Hey, we're back at the top again today here with the first episode of this generation's Battle Stadium Champions. Not really called Battle Spot Champions anymore because that's not possible. It's known as Battle Stadium. But if you did see the original series of Battle Spot Champions, it had people suggesting sets where then I would bring them in rather, and then the MVPs of that episode would move on to the next episode, and we'd move on from there. But this is now Battle Stadium Champions, and in 2017, I switched it up to rental teams, and that's what I want to bring to this series, and that's why you see we have a rental team below. So how this works is we'll pit off 2 rental teams against each other in a tournament. There'll be a total of, I want to say, 8 rental teams in each season of Battle Spot Champions, and each one will get at least 2 rounds against it. So I think each matchup will last about 2 weeks, I want to say, with each team getting 1 per week. And then we'll figure out the champion at the final week. But if you do want to join Battle Stadium Champions, please go ahead and leave your rental team's code down in the comments section below to see your team get pitted off against other rental teams. And with that, we do have, that's a +1's sand team here. We have Tyranitar, Excadrill, Inteleon, Gyarados, Dragapult, and Chandelure. You can see that each set right here, which is pretty interesting. But we're going to go ahead and hop into this. We're going to borrow That's a +1's team. Thank you for that. He actually used it in a video of his. So if you want to see it in action after this, and you want to see him use it, go ahead and check out his link in the description below. And of course, we are going to go into the ranked battle. Obviously, we are the beginner tier. I think I try to use my in-game team in a battle just to see if I can get BP. So that is why it looks like that, okay? That is why you see that. In the fog is one where you won't be able to hear any music at all. So we have an encounter here. We have a team, and I can't see his team. Check the team's opponent. Okay, so we see Glaceon, Mimikyu, Silvally. Not quite sure which item that is. We also have a Gloom, a Dreepy, and a Gardevoir. Interesting. So looking at this, common weaknesses we see 3 against Steel, because I don't have any idea what the Silvally's typing is yet, but 3 against Steel, so Excadrill is going to be great. We're going to bring Tyranitar in that case, and to top it all off, why don't we bring Inteleon for the potential Ice type move? I couldn't quite tell to see if Inteleon had that, but, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say he did, or That's a +1 did put that on there. So, it's going to be interesting how this series works, how this series is received. Honestly, I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. I need a new card, but number 43 is coming your way. 43. Is this right? This is right. 43. See, you can't, there's no, in the fog, there's no music. So legit, you can play your own music during these battles. That's cool. So Tyranitar, we're going to set up the Sandstream right off here. This gives you a real stadium atmosphere. Like, in the fog is great. You don't need to have any of these codes. This is crazy. So anyways, we could Dynamax, but I'm not really going to Dynamax because I can just go ahead and drop a Stone Edge right here. It's going to be a definite knockout right here. Going for the Ice Shard, it's a little bit suspect. I don't know why you do that. Now you're just going to get some nice stone just right up your butt. So, yeah, Tyranitar is off to a great start. Like I said, how this works is we're going to get the total ones. Actually, let me know who you think the MVP of this team is going to be. I forgot to say that in the intro because, you know, I'm a knucklehead. So, we now see the Gardevoir coming out here. I don't believe I have anything, but Excadrill, you know, I can predict that he's going to go for the Fairy-type move, and I'm okay with breaking the Sash on the Excadrill here. So Excadrill comes out here. There's the Dazzling Gleam, like I thought. The Gleam's just gonna reflect off of me, you know, and it's fine because I have Sand Rush, so everything's gonna be great right here. I have Smart Strike too. I can just straight up Dynamax and just sweep. There's nothing really stopping me. The Glaceon's gone, albeit the Glaceon would not have been able to do anything. We are going to see the Mimikyu, so he legit brought every Steel weakness that he had. Why would you even do that? You crazy dog. Excadrill is basically just going to put a drill right through your team. This is going to be an easy mop up. Just a straight up easy mop up. Like, it's not even gonna... I like it how we have different stadiums now. This is the one in, the fire one, the Motostoke. So my defense raises, the disguise is going to break, and I think, if you didn't know, I believe you lose 1/8 of your HP when your disguise breaks. So that's pretty interesting. That means... wait, no, I was going to say, that means you have a focus sash. Ha 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 ha! You don't actually have a focus sash. That's just me being stupid. So great for the sand team right now is going nuts. Dynamaxing the Mimikyu. That's going to be an interesting risk here. Mainly because, I mean, it's his best chance, now that I think about it, because you get HP from Dynamaxing, and that's fine. But realistically, I do have Sand Rush going on right now, and I'm not quite sure the Max Steel Spike is going to take it out right now. It'd be nice if it did. And it does! Perfect! Like, basically this entire team is just going to get shredded. My defense is going to be raised multiple times. And look at that. It's just an explosion right there. Mimikyu is going to go down. And Excadrill basically is going to wrap up 2 points just off the first battle alone. Tyranitar already has 1 point. Because if you don't know, I'm taking the rule set from actually when I did play... with my friend to figure out, like, it was like a league to see who would be the best of the best, and you need a certain amount of points, right? So if you got an assist, you get half a point, but if you got a full knockout, you get a full point. However, there is an exception where if a Pokemon takes out a ton of HP, like let's say 80%, and then a Pokemon just picks it up, the Pokemon who picks up the knockout gets half a point, while the Pokemon that got majority of the HP dropped gets a full point. Because it's kind of cheap for them to not get the full point after all of that. And I'm not going to make any exceptions with the whole idiotic, like, oh, you get a third of a point, you know? But, yeah. So that's the first battle. Excadrill picking up tons of wins right there. Great start for this team. And I'm actually afraid for the other team. No, we're not going to do that. Let's continue battling, though. But... I'm afraid of the other team. We are just jumping up that. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out other ones. So like I said. So right there, for example, as you can see actually in my layout right now. Wow, we're picking up battles right here. We have a guy named Winden. So, oh no, this is the Winden course, Winden map. So, we see that we have a Dragapult, Rotom Heat, Mimikyu, Excadrill, Corviknight, and Gyarados. Now, the problem here is he's going to expect sand, and I'm not going to let him do that. What I'm going to do, in fact, is I think I'm going to go ahead and bring Chandelure just because it hits 3 Pokemon for super effective damage. And then I'm going to... Crap, what do I do then? Because Gyarados I don't think is faster than the Rotom Heat. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Inteleon for the Rotom Heat and the Dragapult. There's a lot of new Pokemon here that I'm trying to remember. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring in I don't have anything for the Electric type. I guess the Excadrill as well. So I'm gonna lead off with Inteleon. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Chandelure. And I'm going to hold Excadrill. But I'm not going to go ahead and bring the Sand, because that really doesn't make too much sense, because then his Excadrill is going to be able to be brought against me. So I definitely want to avoid that. Well, let's get it on. Got number 43 going against number 810. Yo, we both mad. We're just like, ha! Dude, I'm stupid. How am I eligible to post on YouTube? I may not be, actually, sooner or later. But this is actually a great start for us. We got Inteleon right here going up against this Excadrill. And this is a great start for us. We do have Ice Beam. We do have Light Screen and Reflect. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Scald. I should be faster unless this thing is Choice Scarf. Which, I mean, sure, it could be. It could be. It's interesting how they decided to put Rotom in, like, now... They decided to use Rotom to... make inanimate objects work. So, like, now, Rotom is manning the camera of these battles. So we're going to see a switch out into Gyarados. Now, this is fine, because we're going to get the Scald off. And I hope for the burn. It's probably... Nah, it's not going to happen. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Light Screen? No, the Reflect. Reflect, if I remember correctly, yeah, physical damage. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Reflect here. If it wants to Dynamax, that's fine. I should theoretically be faster. At least that's how it should work. So actually going to see the Gyarados Dynamax. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit rough for us, especially if he decides to use a different move, like a flying type move. I mean, he can't hit us for super effective damage. We should be able to set up the Reflect here. So, nice try. Max Overgrowth. That, on the other hand, is going to sting. We luckily live it through that, and we are going to see the grassy terrain come up in its stead. So, I'm actually unsure on which grass-type move that Gyarados is able to use. Unfortunately, I'm not willing to bring in anything else. I can bring in Chandelure, but that's literally such a stupid idea. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and let Inteleon go down. I could go for the Scald. I could go for the Ice Beam. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam because it's regular damage. It's neutral damage. And it'll be able to hit this Gyarados pretty well. I could go for the Burn. I could go for a Burn. If I could speak, I could also go for the Burn. But I'd rather just go for the Ice Beam. And there goes the Max Quake. That is why I didn't really want to do anything else. So Inteleon goes down. Inteleon definitely put a licking into that. But the question is, will Inteleon be able to get any points off this battle? And that is actually a big problem due to the Moxie. I'm going to go ahead and bring Excadrill out here because Excadrill does have the Focus Sash. So I'll be able to live at least one hit. I want to say that I'm faster than this Gyarados. And a... Do we go for this? I'm going to go ahead and Dynamax and go for the Max Rockfall. I want to say I want to. Because if I can do that, I can get a nice damage off on it. So Excadrill is a key component in this team, I can already tell. So if you've already typed in the comment section that Excadrill #1, then I think you have the right idea. Because we're going to see Excadrill... I mean, we do have the Focus Sash. We have more HP. This is the best way to survive anything. Max Geyser, so it is faster than us, but we do have more HP. And even with that, wow. So that's going to set up the rain, actually. Using the Focus Sash, I hang on. But the problem is, I don't know how much this Max Rockfall is going to do. Hopefully enough. Haha! That is a knockout for the ages right there. I'm going to definitely check it back in the video to see what it is, but that's going to get rid of the rain. And the sand actually kicks up! The sand actually kicks up! Who needs a Tyranitar when you have a sandstorming Excadrill in itself? Oh my! I totally forgot about that. I should really think these... I should also really think about the way I talk, you know? So out comes the Mimikyu, right? And unfortunately, we are going to be able to go for the Max Steel Spike. And unfortunately, that's all we're going to be able to do. Even through... it has Shadow Sneak, though. Shoot. I just remembered that. Dang. Does it? If this thing doesn't have Shadow Sneak, this guy needs to just go back and rethink his life. You always want to run Shadow Sneak on a Mimikyu. Ah, there it is. So it's now all up to Chandelure. The problem is that I can't Will-O-Wisp it through its disguise. Just set up the Trick Room, actually. But that doesn't do me any good either. I think I can't win this. Because yeah, it's faster regardless. And its disguise is still up. So that's what's gonna end me. It's because the disguise is still up. And that does suck. Disguise drops, but there's no way for me to outspeed this thing. Even if I went for Trick Room, it literally it would not have made any difference at all. Dang. Well, that honestly does suck. Should have realized I just should have realized. So anyways, that will actually end this first episode of Battle Stadium Champions. If you did enjoy, don't forget to share your love on the like button by dropping a like from the top and subscribing if you want to see more. Don't forget to leave your rental teams in the comment section below so you can participate in Season 1 of Battle Stadium Champions. With that, I want to thank you for watching, and I got you back at the top later on because that is how you do it.